Man, oh man, oh man. Hey, bro, you asked me if you spelled the word correctly.
Mm-hmm.
What words, if your life depended on it, you'd be a dead man afterwards. If somebody asked you to spell these words in the moment, spell
Ooh.
blank.
Maintenance.
Maintenance.
Maintenance. Maintenance.
I got maintenance. I tell
What
you,
else?
I got three that come to mind, and two of them kind of similar to one another.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is restaurant. I have no confidence in my ability to spell restaurant.
AUUA, restaurant.
I'm done. If they say, "Hey, man, spell restaurant," spell it
On the
now,
spot.
I'd be like,
Under pressure.
Slow
Under
down, bro. Let me think. I would panic. And I always get weird about onion and opinion for some reason. Those two just make me a little weird.
Onion
Like I
and
get them
opinion.
right, but I always gotta look up in the air first before I just go at it. Like,
yeah, I got a couple of them. I can't think of them right now, but maintenance is definitely one of them. I got to sit back and actually IENINC. What? Hold on, wait. Maintenance.
it's funny. Even as people that most would consider smart, it's always some simple stuff that'll throw you off. You know, I hear people talk about Wednesday and throw them off and stuff. You know,
Wednesday. Okay, got it.
They got to break it down like that. You know, so it's always a little word you've been dealing with your whole life that'll throw you off at some point.
Well, you see what the problem is sometimes with them is the way we say it versus the way that it should be pronounced. We don't say it the way it should be pronounced based on how it's spelled phonetically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Especially in the South, we ruin words. So
oh yeah. Like so many words. Like what? Huh? What? Refrigerator. What's a refrigerator?
Yeah, refrigerator is one of them words, man.
Not refrigerator, but refrigerator.
Refrigerator too, yeah, refrigerator. my grandma used to always be like the Frigidaire, and I ain't know she was talking about the actual name of the the company. But she always say it like that.
Yeah,
I mean, what is a Frigidaire? Why she keep saying go in the Frigidaire? And like I thought she was talking about the refrigerator sitting over there, like.
Well, yeah, but it's actual brand Frigidaire.
Brand, yeah.
But sometimes we refer to certain things as the brand that they are, and when it becomes the thing. So it's not just necessarily the brand, but the brand becomes synonymous with the thing. So it's like Kleenex is just Kleenex across the board.
Yeah.
Like some people might say tissue, but it could be a tissue from another brand, and we just say, "Hand me that Kleenex."
Or Vaseline.
Or Vaseline.
Okay,
Vaseline's the brand, not the product.
Yeah, it's petroleum jelly. Yeah. They got it on lock though. Vaseline.
Vaseline, just Vaseline. Yeah. Okay, what company makes it? It's always gonna be Vaseline.
That's dope though. Shoot, that's the goal, is to become synonymous with the product. Like,
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but nah, yeah. I got a few of those, and no matter how many big words I've learned and had to come across, especially in science and whatnot, but it'd be some of them simple ones, man. It could be like a 3-letter word. I'll sit back and be like, oh wait. Matter of fact, you know what? I remember back in the day, might have been like second grade or something like that. This is way back. We was having a spelling test, and one of the words that we had to spell was all. That joint stumped me. I remember to this day.
W in it. Is there a U?
All. And keep in mind, I had really good grades in elementary school. I was straight A student.
Yeah.
Second grade, I was killing it. Third grade, I had the highest. I was the smartest in the school in my grade. But second grade,
3 letters, you was stumped.
It's never escaped me. I still remember to this day. I had a hard time with all. Teacher said, spell all. I'm sitting there with my paper like, oh. What? A-L-L. Come on, guy.
Yeah, man. Hey, we overthink it sometimes, man. Hey, but it's the longer words are always usually not that rough on me. It is not the longer words necessarily, but the more complex words.
Yeah.
Rough on me. So a complex word can be 6 or 7 letters. It don't have to be, just a 9-letter word or nothing like that.
Hey, you know what word threw me off the first time I saw it?
What was that?
I might have been, and I feel ashamed, I might have been in college when the first time I seen this word, and it was on like a slide deck or whatever the professor put on the board, part of some kind of PowerPoint. It was the word epitome.
Oh yeah.
Being epitome was written out for the first time ever. Epitome.
What is that?
Epitome. What's an epitome?
Epitome.
What's the epitome? It was like literally the first time it might have been my freshman year in college. First time I ever seen epitome written out.
Oh man. Epitome. I gotta look that up when I get back to the room. Like,
I'm glad I wasn't asked to read the board at that point.
Man, it'd be like, who is this imbecile that the teacher chose to read up here? Epitome.
Hey, look, and right now too. So I instruct, so I teach classes, right?
Yeah.
And I have to look at my slide deck before I teach. And I'm going over the words. I take the words. I might even go into Google and Google pronounce. How do I say this? So I can make sure I don't look like a dummy in front of the students.
Right.
I make sure I rehearse. I look at my slideshow, look at my slide deck. And if I come across a word, I gotta go to Google pronounce. Give me the pronunciation of this word.
Hey, that's smart though.
I still do.
I don't play around. I would be the same way. Let me scan this real quick for words that's gonna make me look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Let me be sure before I go up and get this lesson today.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some of them are simple. Some of them are like your more medical terms and stuff like that.
Physical terms, right?
Crazy. Say what?
You teaching like stuff about the body, right?
Yeah, medical terms too.
Yeah, medical terms.
Some of them are simple terms.
Complex.
Yeah. A lot of biological terms and medical terms, but sometimes it's the simple ones. I got to go back and make sure that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like how we say it, like somewhere like in the neighborhood somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, neighborhood, yeah. Let me not slaughter this word. But yeah, man, I thought that was a funny thing, man. When you sent it, it made me immediately think like of the words that messed me up. I'm like, man, let me just make sure. Let me see if I'm the only one.
Hey, sometimes you got it right. Sometimes you second guess it. Like when you see it written out, you're like, that don't look right. Is that right? It'd be right. But sometimes you be like, I don't know, for some reason that it just looked weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A lot of words you might know in your day-to-day from hearing them. And you probably know what it means through context at this point. But if you ain't seen it on paper yet, it can shock.
If you ain't seen it on paper, or if you ain't seen it in a while, you second guess yourself.
Yeah.
You second guess yourself. But hey, it's like I'm pretty sure we ain't the only ones. We ain't the only ones.
Nah, I know somebody else relate to this. But do they relate to this band in my possession here? Bow.
Okay, it looks like I'm looking at the band, but then I saw your caption under your name, Monte Cristo Espada. Okay,
the Espada Oscuro, Monte Cristo. Hey man, I got enamored with this story that I was reading about the cigar going into it. I was so into it, and it was such a dope story to me. Then let me share it with you now when I give it. First of all, this cigar in particular, I'm gonna just give you what you need to know about it. It's Habano Oscuro in wrapper, Nicaraguan in origin, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler. And on the band here, it says handmade in Nicaragua. But on the band, it also says some other stuff. Blended by Grupo de Maestro in the DR. And made in Nicaragua by the Plasencia family.
Oh, okay. So it's a Monte Cristo Plasencia blend. Was it a blend or they just care they had their hand in the production?
Hand in the production. So this is the story. A few years ago, Monte Cristo's famed blending team, the Grupo de Maestros, reached a deal with the Plasencia family of tobacco growers. The deal gave them unlimited access to all Plasencia's finest leaves, and the resulting cigar was known as the Monte Cristo Espada, which what I have here, but I have the Oscuro version. So there's an original that was the OG to this. This is the second model. Now, the original says the success of the original was so undeniable, the group of the maestros once again scoured Plasencia's stock to create a follow-up that ups the ante even on the nearly perfect first blend.
Ooh. How do you improve on perfect? This is scary. This is scary.
That's how they improve on it. So,
yeah. The fact they said they scoured, like that means they're looking for the best that they can find, the best of the best in that batch.
It's strong. It's strong. That's what they were scouring for. A stronger leaf. But
a stronger leaf.
Oh yeah, stronger leaf.
It's already good. Let's go ahead and make this one for cigar smokers.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you, when that match hit this, I said, "Oh, we in the money." Like, you know what I'm saying? I knew. I said, "This is a swish." You know, this is all nothing but net. Perfect shot. Yes. But as I got to, getting into it a little bit while I was getting it lit, I said, "Yeesh." This is a half court shot, though. This is a half court shot. This is a tough shot to make. Like, this ain't. It didn't feel for it at first, but now it's starting to mellow out a little bit. So I don't know if it was just toasting that foot was kind of giving me some strong notes right off the bat.
Could be. That happens.
Yeah, but
that happens. And then sometimes it does take a little bit for that cigar to kind of dial in, just kind of settle where it wants to be.
Right. But yeah, we settling into what feels to be still a full body cigar, but not as intense as originally.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm ready for the ride right along with you. When you talk about Monte Cristo is one of those names. I know. I think, did I mention that last week? And then something popped in, like, yeah, because my band looked like a Monte Cristo, and that's what drew me to it.
And I said, I'm getting a Monte Cristo for next week.
Nice. Hey, Monte Cristo is one of those ones.
So thank you. I gotta give you thanks for this cigar this week. I wouldn't have discovered it, and now I got another cigar in the Plasencia vein that I can go to.
Yeah. Anytime Plasencia puts their hands anywhere near a cigar, you're expecting greatness. And then to go along with Monte Cristo, which Monte Cristo is already a great brand, I'm ready to hear about it.
It's off to a good start, brother. It's off to a very Plasencia start. I'm getting to the point. I'm gonna say I think they have a distinct leaf.
Yeah, I think so. It's like you can almost smell it, like off of first light. That's Plasencia.
Yeah,
across the board, whether it's the Fuego, Amor Fuerte, or whatever.
Yeah,
like you can smell it off first light, right off the leaf. Yep, Plasencia.
Yeah,
Plasencia.
I think so.
Yeah. So let me tell you what I got. So I was gonna go with something familiar. I was like, you know what? I'm not really in a adventurous mode and trying to smoke something new. I'm just here for the cigar and the conversation. So I went and got some sticks. So first, I did follow up with your smoke last week. I went and got that gold label Rocky.
Yeah.
Just to have that on board, just so I can have my experience with it. But then I got this V. You see that shape of that V?
Yeah, I see it.
Very attractive sitting in the box. And I was gonna grab this and smoke this today, only because I haven't had this shape of Oliva V.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see if it made any difference in the smoke, or if it made the smoke feel a little, gave a little bit more character to what's already a great cigar as it is. It looked luxurious in the box. It had like this little leafing out as it kind of tapers off. So they were sitting side by side, so it was going in like nice little leafing pattern, which I thought was dope. But I love that shape, so I was like, I'm gonna try that. But I kept going through the humidor, and I came across a stick that I've seen several times, but I never picked them up. And it's the El Septimo, the joint with the sevens. You seen these in the humidor?
I have not, but I know the name.
Okay,
but I hate that they put a blue band on the Michelangelo.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no, that's it's actually purple. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It's a Donatello color. It's actually purple.
A little bit
so I picked it up, and actually the on the website is blue on the website. but in person it's definitely purple, unless my eyes are deceiving me in front of my face. But yeah, so it's a arts collection. The Sacred Arts Collection is where I'm venturing in with this El Settimo, the Michelangelo. Falls under that Sacred Arts Collection. They got the Da Vinci's, they got Rembrandt, they got Van Gogh. So actually, and that's the one that caught my eye, because the one that's the Van Gogh is this $38 stick, and it's about twice the length of this cigar.
Ooh.
That bad boy is a monster. But I wasn't willing to go $38 for the Van Gogh. And shout out to Van Gogh. Shout out to the audience.
Were the bands different based on the artists?
Yeah, I mean they all had the same look but different colors, and they didn't have anything unique as it pertains
a nod to their art or what their famous pieces.
Yeah. Okay. But the boxes, I seen the boxes on the shelves. The boxes looked a little different, like different colors and stuff like that. But just simple band, but then just different colors and different prints far as the artist.
Okay.
But yeah, I wasn't willing to go for the Van Gogh. So I came down to Michelangelo, since I like Michelangelo. He's my favorite Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Actually, Raphael's my favorite Ninja Turtle. Michelangelo my second. But I had to go with the Michelangelo. The price point was great. I guess an entry point for where I wanted to start with these cigars. And I think I'm gonna go down the line and try to explore the brand and explore these Sacred Arts variations and see where they go. So this one was at $13, $13.90 or something like that. So I'm starting low compared to the Van Gogh. And it only goes up from there. The Rembrandt was a little bit more. The Da Vinci was a little bit more. The not the Leonardo da Vinci. The Raphael. They had the Raphael joint. Raphael was on there. Who else? Who else did they have? It was a bunch of different artists. And it just keeps going up and up and up and up. But I'm starting here with the Michelangelo.
Was the Van Gogh the most the priciest?
Yeah, the Van Gogh was the priciest in the bunch that I've seen.
I'm guessing it was just based on size. That was also the biggest out of all of them.
Could be, because it was twice the length. It was a big boy. The thing was massive.
Yeah, I was just curious of how they determined the value, if it was actually related to the artist's popularity in any sense or not. But it don't sound like it was.
Yeah, because if I had to guess, if you put anyone on top, maybe they go with Da Vinci and make that one like the Da
Vinci seems like he would have been the top guy.
The name sounds like it to me.
Yeah.
But I guess in arts, I'm not an artsy guy, as far as painters and stuff like that. So I don't know what people who are into those art, into that art culture, who they look at as the top guy when it comes to art. But I like Van Gogh.
Van Gogh is popular in modern day times.
Yeah.
He's pretty fairly new. He wasn't popular while alive, hence him killing himself. But he became famous later in life. So I don't see how he could be more popular than Da Vinci when Da Vinci's longevity and his inventions and everything else, which Da Vinci might be more famous for his inventions than his art. So I don't know.
Well, actually, I don't know. He got that Da Vinci painting. Isn't he the one who did the upside down joint? Was that him? Who did that?
I don't know. Da Vinci got the body with his arms out, and it's the that joint. He did a lot of work based on the body, also. That was a lot of what he researched and stuff. But
I don't know. Maybe I need a museum. Get my museum game up. I'm not really a museum guy and an arts guy. I probably need to get into it. You know what I'm saying? As I become more sophisticated in life.
Hey, bro, you can draw though, right?
I got a little bit in me. I used to do a lot of sketching back in the day. I used to always keep a little sketch pad on me and do some sketching.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I feel like you was a decent drawer. You know what I'm saying? You had the ability. Some people just can't do it at all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you
right.
Which is ironic that you don't have any interest whatsoever in art, considering that.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't have any interest. I haven't taken the interest in it. Yeah. Going out of my way to really engulf and indulge in that in that culture.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Anybody how can you not enjoy animation? How can you not enjoy different expressions, artistic expressions and stuff like that? You know, I do enjoy it, but I was like, I don't go out of my way to like really get into the culture like that.
I get it. I get it. I'm the
But I
same
think
way.
I might. I think I
'Cause
might. I have an appreciation. That's the word. I have an appreciation.
that's where I am. And I'm a decent drawer myself, and I
Mhm.
just have an appreciation when I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as far as to be like what makes these great paintings,
Yeah.
epic in history, I don't.
Like, oh, look at the brush strokes of this and the that.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. I'm
remember
not
taking
that.
art in class in school and learning about all that stuff and
Yeah,
the
the
different
technique and
cones
all.
of
I'm
this
not into
and
it.
that and the textures and it's
Which is sad because drawing is probably one of my most natural talents that I have
is it okay?
that
Okay.
I never put nothing into. Like I
Yeah,
just
because
never.
it's one of those things you can't teach. You can't really teach it. Like either you can do it or you can't.
Yeah, but I had no interest in making it
And
better.
actually taking it further. Yeah, making actually.
Yeah,
And
developing
same with
that.
me. Same with me. It's like every now and then I'll get to a mode of like, oh, let me go buy some sketch pads and break out some pencils and buy a bunch of pencils. I used to do that and then just start doing sketches and then I put it away for a few years and then a few more years will pass by. Like I get in a little, okay, let me start sketching again and I'll start sketching again and then I'll put it away. Like I've been doing that teetering back and forth on and off for decades.
That's me. That's exactly how I am. I get the bug for about a
Mm-hmm.
week, then it's gone for like 3 years, and then I get the bug again for about another week, and I'm drawing all week, and then afterwards, it's been fed, and I'm
Man, now I'm gonna start sketching again.
yeah.
I'm gonna start sketching again.
And it's something that I probably, if I would have worked at it and actually studied and learned technique,
You
I
might have
could have
got
been
nice.
good at it. I could have been good
Yeah.
at it. Like whenever I draw something for people now, they're like, "Oh, that's good," I'm like, "Oh, thank
Yeah.
you," and then I'm done.
And you know what's cool? Like I heard somebody saying Chris Brown's the most talented artist.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but more outside of his just music ability and dancing ability. He say like he's nice at art too, like painting and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's really
One of my
good.
favorite artists that we go back and forth about, Ryan Leslie and Dwelle.
Yeah,
Dwelle, he's nice with arts and stuff like that, painting and doing these murals and stuff like that. It's cool to see like these people who are artistically gifted when it comes to like music or acting and stuff like that. They have these other artistic expressions
yeah.
that we don't even like. They don't really even put on display. But like Chris Brown, I see that I've seen some of his work. He's actually a phenomenal artist.
He is. He's really
Dude
good.
is actually dope.
He's really good.
With painting, drawing, all that stuff. It's crazy.
And see, that's exactly why I asked you about you drawing, because
Mhm.
most artists have multiple arts they're artists in.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But some just take the back to others. You know what I mean?
Back
Like,
up. Yeah. So it's like, what if Chris Brown didn't dance and sing and all he did was just focus on art? Dude would probably be
fantastic. Yeah. Could have been famous in that.
yeah. He would have been famous. He would have been shoot, what's the dude that people I guess Harold now, the black dude. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. But he was like modern art for like the 90s. Like Jay-Z used
Oh, yeah. The one that Jay-Z is trying to be.
Yeah. Oh, trying to be with the hair and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's his? I can't remember his name right now.
What's the brother's name, man? Basquiat.
Yeah, there you go.
Basquiat. With the Q.
Yeah, I think it's like Basquiat or something like that. Yeah. Like Chris Brown would be like probably the modern day like of our time.
Yeah.
Him.
Could have been, but instead he wanted to be famous for dancing, singing, and stealing your girl. So, you know.
Speaking of
transition,
segue,
yeah,
segue. Stealing your girl, man. Come on, hey, look, man. It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. I don't know how you feel about this, but I'm gonna talk about how I feel about it. These celebrity crushes going too far. So I sent you a video, couple of them actually. And everybody knows Usher and his antics at his show, especially out in Vegas. You know, going up to your girl, why you with your girl, singing to your girl, feeding the cherries and strawberries and all that stuff. Right next to you.
Yeah.
Why you sitting right there? Literally, why you sitting right there?
Yeah, trying to get your lady herpes and stuff, man. Ain't nobody got time for that.
For real. Hey, look,
I
man.
woman
Like,
clean. Usher, get away. But she catch that thing. We all struggling.
you out here doing ain't no telling what you doing with whoever. Allegedly.
Yeah, let me add that.
I ain't even gonna say allegedly. You a celebrity. I'm not talking about any Diddy parties.
Yeah.
But just I'm pretty sure that these guys are they getting their fair share. You know what I'm saying? And these women, they keep clamoring for them. Like, bro, that's what you want? You know what I'm saying? This man probably been with thousands as a celebrity. And you want to be 1001. Okay. But when I sent you the video, it was in the comment sections. I don't know if you read any of them, but I got to go to the comment section, see what they saying in the comments. What's the climate of what people are thinking in their positions on some of these certain things? And every single time I'm disappointed. Every single time I read the comments, it's like, man, what is the
I try to avoid them as much as I can.
Yeah, for that reason. But it's like, this girl's one in a lifetime chance. Let her live her life and blah blah blah. Chris Brown's going home. I'm not Chris Brown, but Usher's going home to his wife, and she gonna go home with you. It's whatever. Like, let her live. Nah, girl, nah, man, nah. I don't care. That's a celebrity. You can enjoy his celebrity and the art that he does, but especially if I'm with you and I'm right there with you, you can't disrespect me for another man. Mm-hmm. I don't care how rich, how talented, how famous, how well he sing.
How many decades you've been crushing on him at this point? It don't matter.
Say what?
And how long you've been crushing on him don't matter either. You could have been crushing on him since You Make Me Wanna. It
don't matter.
I'm here.
Like, for one, you better not, even if I'm not there. But if I'm definitely, you can't disrespect me like that. Like, for me, I feel like I'm a man's man. Like, and I don't feel like that man, because of his talent, is any more greater than me.
Right.
I have my impact in this world, and you know, we hear us talk about calling each other kings and queens and stuff like that or whatever. And if you want to go that route, I'm a king in my own right, just like he's a king in his own right.
Right.
So I need you, especially if you my partner and you with me, to have the way you respect me and honor me as the king of your life. You know what I'm saying? Our family or whatever it is that we got going on. If I'm the head of that, you can't do that with another man. Especially not with me. I don't care if it's just in all good fun. No. Right. Nah, homie.
I wonder, right? You made the comment that in the comments they were saying things like, let her do what she want to do. It's just part of the show. He going to his wife and she going back home with you. I wonder if there were videos with comments back when Miss Janet Jackson was pulling people on stage and going wild on them.
Ooh,
how people would have felt then.
Point. I'd be pressed to find. I would want to. I might go back and look for some of those videos and find see what the comments are looking like. What are the women saying? Because I'm pretty sure there's. I think Beyonce did it at one time. They were like, Destiny Child would pull dudes up on the stage and they would sing the "Cater to You" song or whatever.
Yeah.
Little lap dances and whatnot. So on the flip side of it, is it cool when they do it to a man? Janet Jackson, you know what I'm saying?
Just snatch me up away from my wife and just ride the demon out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go back with a spot in my pants. You know, is that okay? Like, you know what I'm
saying? Like, is that okay? That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's his crush. He's been crushing on Penny from Good Times for years. Good times.
Since you was Penny, he been crushing on her.
You know what I'm saying? And that's his one chance to ever get that close to Janet Jackson ever again in his life.
But
you okay with it?
But even with those feelings, do you allow that person that you had this crush on to disrespect what you got right now with the person that you got it with? That's the way you really got to look at it.
Exactly, because you take care of that man.
Yes, it's all fun.
You cook that man,
but you don't know how you make your partner look in the process of that.
Right. So I know me, I bet not get up there on stage. You know what I'm saying? I bet not.
Right.
Because I go home, I gotta get in the shower and watch for some hot grits coming.
You gotta watch for that Al Green. You know what I'm saying?
Watch for Al Green. I'm not taking a chance.
Yeah, man. It's cool to leave them comments in it, and it sounds good. Like, yeah, just be secure and let them do what they want to do. But I mean,
oh, that's that part too. Oh, he's in. Oh, because it was this one video where the guy was sitting there looking at his woman and Usher, like, yo, and the insecure things. Oh, he's insecure. Like, why you got? That ain't got nothing to do with insecure. It's probably respect and disrespect. Ain't got nothing to do with security.
No, because I know
Even
I'm going with you afterwards. So it ain't the security part. It's I'm here, and this is being documented, and everybody's gonna see it. Respect me. You see I'm with her. Why you stepping to her with these cherries? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot of that is what it comes down to. And ultimately, take the celebrity out of it, right? If this behavior doesn't work in a nightclub, then it don't work inside the stadium when we performing. If
Exactly.
I can't do it with a regular chick and be like, man, but she fine though. I ain't never gonna get close to her again. Let me just grind her on the dance floor.
But she fine though.
Hey, baby, you got to admit, she like 3 points higher than you on the scale. You know what I'm saying? Let me just get this in real quick, baby. I'm just gonna dance with her. You know,
I'm still going home with you. I'm still gonna make sure the mortgage paid, car notes are paid. We good. Come on now.
That don't fly. That don't fly.
Don't fly.
So what's the
I sent you
because this person is on TV? Like it don't change nothing.
Yeah. He bleed like I bleed. You know what I'm saying? I'm a king in my own right, just like he is in his, in whatever world he exists in. But I sent you another video, and this woman puts Chris Brown in her wedding vows.
Yeah.
And it goes something to the effect of, so today is the day my lifelong dream dies, that I'll never marry Chris Brown. And the man stays there. And in the comments, people are applauding. That's a strong man. That man is secure. Yeah. Nah. Don't mention another man in my wedding in your wedding vows to me.
Yeah.
Talking about this is the day your dreams die because you marrying me and not Chris Brown.
Why mention that in this moment that immortalizes our relationship from now to the end of time?
Yeah.
You say that for a joke at dinner or at a wine party
going Thanksgiving or later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if I had a chance, I'd have married Chris Brown. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Yeah. But the day
you sit there in your wedding dress,
like
in your vows. And the fact that, and it's not the fact that she said it that like really tipped my scale, but it's the fact that people are applauding a woman and then also applauding the man for calling him a strong man. Strong man would have walked out of there. I'm done now. Nah. We can try it again. I ain't saying we can't get married, but not today.
What you think his vows said? His vows said a bunch of sappy stuff he thought he was supposed to say.
Right. That he thought he was supposed to say.
If he'd have said what he was really on his mind, he'd have said, girl, I gave up all my swag for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know, I had my 3 on the side. I gave them all up for you. Like,
imagine that being in a man's vows.
If that was a man's real vows, keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna get that though.
Yeah,
and I was happy out here knocking them down, man. I was knocking them down like pins.
I was out in these streets. You know, I shut it down for you.
Hey, I gave it up.
Today's the day I hung up my jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hung up my jersey, girl. About 8 months after I met you, I hung up my jersey. Like, what if he kept it real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to hear that.
Nobody gonna be like, "Oh, she a strong woman for him saying that." And, hey, at least he keeping it honest and keeping it real with her. Not they gonna tear him down, talk about how disrespectful he is.
Yeah,
if a man did that.
Yeah,
these celebrity crushes going too far. You got to contain it. Now you can't disrespect me not for no celebrity crush. I don't care. I don't care if it's B2K, whoever. Nah, nope. You better keep that to yourself.
The funny thing about it, Because celebrity and fame is changing and is growing. The amount of people we have more famous people than ever in the world right now,
Yeah.
at different degrees of fame.
Yeah, one because of social media. You got social media fame now too.
Yeah. So what if I got a favorite viral IG model or something? You know what I'm saying? She get to disrespect you, like when if I run across her in Publix or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I get to disrespect you and flirt with her, like. Hey, baby, you know, we ain't never gonna see her again, man. You know, she getting
or you run into one of the housewives during your birthday week.
Yeah. What if that happened and she bump her booty on your arm and rub it up against you? Then what? Is that disrespectful? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Saying real life situations, you know what I'm saying?
It could happen. You know what I'm saying? And the booty could be hard because it's fake. You never know. But you know, you don't want to disrespect nobody and talk about it.
Right. You just kept it moving. You keep it moving. You just keep it moving.
Not kept it moving. Come on, man. Clean that up.
You just keep it moving. You just keep it moving,
man.
You don't even talk about it. Ain't got to bring it up. And definitely ain't gonna be in your wedding renewal vows. Hey, this one time I ran into my celebrity crush, and you know what? I kept it real for you.
I kept it real. When we left out, I didn't double back and get the number. You know what I'm saying? Just kept it pushing.
Yeah. But anyway.
That would be a strong man, though.
But you can't say it. No,
you can't say it. It just don't exist.
It's
a hypothetical that doesn't exist, you know. World we live in, brother. How you enjoying that stick though, man?
I'm actually enjoying it a lot. Michelangelo, it's a piece of art, man. So right now I'm getting I actually earlier I had a lot of leather. It's kind of dissipating a little bit and getting some nice little strong oak coming through. It's really kind of that transition from leather to oak has been a nice smooth crossover. That's kind of what I'm getting here. In an artistic fashion, I would say that. In an artistic fashion, that leather and oak. Nice little switch off there.
Okay. For me, it's very, very Placencia-esque with this Espada Oscuro. So when I say Placencia-esque, I mean like the EQing of it done very well. So it does create some difficulty picking out specific notes, but there are ones that do jump out.
Okay.
As I mentioned earlier, the cigar came through very strong. So initially, it was a lot of pepper that jumped out there that still exists within the stick now that it's smoothed out. Some cedar notes jumped out at me right off the bat. Of course, some tobacco notes and some earthiness to this stick. And that's the general idea of what I got so far. But it's those Placencia tobacco notes that you pick up on, man, blended very well. I guess you have an idea where this cigar rating will fall automatically, you know.
We don't know. We still got a few more minutes to go.
Okay.
It can nosedive.
Yeah.
It probably won't. Hey man, on the rail. So you remember when we first got introduced to Placencia and I went on the Placencia run?
Yeah.
I'm back on it. I'm so back on it.
Are you?
I've been buying Placencias left and right. I smoked the green band last night, a couple nights ago. I'm a sucker, man. I'm a sucker.
Does that ruin this at all for you today?
No. I don't think so. I think I had enough time in between last night and now that I can kind of take myself away from the moment of that experience with that green band and kind of jump into the now with this one. So I'm able to separate it. But I know if I put this down and go pick up a Placencia, it's like. So it's like you have to give time between the Placencia, smoking something else, and going back to Placencia. So I might have to smoke like 2 more cigars after this before I go back to Placencia. And I'm on a Placencia. That is my staple. I am definitely keeping Placencias of all sorts, the assortment of it in my humidor at all times. It's a must have for me at this point. Must have.
So which are the must haves out of that? When you go
You
pick
gotta
up,
you gotta have an Amo Fuego because you gotta have that spice from time to time.
yeah,
You gotta have the green, and if you don't have the green, you can get the black. Now the black should be a must have, but it's not only because the green exists. Because they're too similar, and if you're gonna have two similar sticks, you might as well go for the green.
yeah.
They're too
You
close.
might as well go 1A over 1B.
Yeah. But then you gotta have that 151. You gotta have that 151. I love that 151. I'm definitely getting some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took me a while to actually fall in love with it, but once it settled in, it was like, yeah, this is a must have. You gotta have that 151.
Yeah.
So those are my top three.
The 151 is great. Do you, if you totally erase from your memory the 149 and what it's like now? And if not, then can you compare the two for me? Because I don't know.
It's been too long for the 149, right?
Okay.
Since the 151 is the predecessor to it, it's been a while. I would have to get my hands on a 149 and compare them if there's any differences. But
probably so.
151. Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. Joe, hey, so check this out, man. I know you've seen that statue.
D-Wade?
Yeah.
Yeah, that boy ugly. Yeah. Somebody said they made Antoine Walker.
Antoine Walker. Hey, no, for real.
When he was for the Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he looked like.
Yeah. They gotta do better.
Yeah, bro.
That was a horrendous showing of appreciation for somebody who put a body on the line for a franchise for years. But hey, if D-Wade cool with it, I guess. He said he looked at the statue before and it wasn't supposed to be him, like exactly look like him. Like he said, if he wanted it to look like him, he'd go stand outside the stadium. So I guess he cool with it. But come on, man.
That's Wade County, man. It's supposed to be Wade County. How dare you? This was getting, and I guess I shouldn't criticize it because I don't know how difficult it is to create a statue. I know just doing something with clay is hard enough. So, I don't know. Maybe it's hard to get it perfect, but it just seemed like they don't get close at all, man.
But I would say this, though. No matter how hard it is, whoever those artists are, they'll never get their name on a cigar.
Nah.
You ain't get your name on one of these cigars.
Ain't no way. Not with that type of work they doing, man.
Michelangelo would have got it right. Michelangelo would have got it done.
Yeah, he would have.
Michelangelo would have got the sculpting right.
Or
less resources.
Even if he don't, though, we would never know because they ain't had no pictures of the people to know if he got it right or not today. So all we know, these are all fictitious people from what you would tell me.
You know what, 100 years from now, if nobody sees any more D-Wade pictures, like if the D-Wade pictures get erased from the cloud, that is whatever the technology is, all we have is that statue. Guess what? That's gonna be D-Wade forever now. That's what D-Wade looks like. They're gonna be talking about it in the history book. Yep, that's D-Wade. Replications of the statues.
That'll be it. And he'll be sitting up in heaven like, come on, man.
That ain't me. Should have got it right the first time.
Y'all think I look like that ugly Joker for eternity now. Like
hey, so someone I want to talk about for a while now. And let's talk about it. Let's address this. How do you feel about artists today, especially hip hop artists, these rappers, and how evolved they've become? You got like Jadakiss and Styles P, the Locks. They got juice bars. Bun B got a burger spot.
Yeah.
It was something else. I seen something else. Somebody else had a food truck.
Beanie Siegel.
Yeah. Beanie Siegel had a food truck. This is Beans here now.
Yeah.
Beans working a food truck. Broad Street Bully.
In a food truck.
I
would have been terrified in 2001 to walk up to that food truck to get something.
We got food trucks. We got health food spots. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we know 50 Cent. He's already made his transition years into business. You know what I'm saying? From the guy who was running with what's them folk out in Harlem. They made the Paid in Full. They made a movie about him. You know, Rico and them.
Yeah. I don't know the name of the crew, but yeah.
Yeah, you need to run with them, and now you go from that to suit and tie, business, entrepreneur, all of this good stuff.
You said 50, right?
Yeah, 50 Cent.
Supreme Team.
Supreme Team. Yeah. Supreme Team. You got Andre 3000 evolved into a flute playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you have thought, like you mentioned, like 20 years ago, you would have been terrified to go to that food truck. That those rappers from back in the day, you talking about Trail.
Hey, look, 20 years ago, I would have thought that food truck was a front to rob me. I wouldn't have went to it. Is that Ping?
It's a setup.
He wait until you walk up to that truck and he gonna snatch your money and you ain't gonna get no sandwich when he come up.
Ambush. Straight up ambush.
He robbing people at the food truck.
You know what I'm saying? Or a cover up for selling something else out them food trucks.
Yeah,
but now
stay away from that food truck.
They selling green juices. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it refreshing to see? Is it confusing? Is it refreshing? You know what I'm saying? We got sports commentators, Mason Cam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen better. Bless you forever. Now, from that to sports commentary.
Yeah.
One of the best in the business at it.
Yeah, they getting it done. They getting it done. So my personal take is, especially if you go, so let's go to Cam route. You look at somebody like a Jules Santana. Man, what happened to you, boy? And you look at a Cam. You know, that transition and that evolving is necessary. If you go back from when they were younger and what we thought was cool, and then what becomes cool when you get of age.
Yeah.
You know, rewriting the image of who you are and taking a different approach to becoming successful and reaching different heights. You know, in some instances, far beyond where you were when you were in a certain type of industry and portraying a certain type of image. Because now I feel like they're doing things that are going to build generational wealth. It'll be a generational thing. What's his name? Jadakiss got coffee now. You know what I'm saying? He's out here got a cold coffee business. Yeah, with his father and his son.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I think it's beautiful, man. I'm very happy with that evolution that I see within rappers, man. It makes me proud. It makes me wish that a couple of the other rappers that we grew up on would have got the opportunity. I would have loved to see where Biggie or Tupac would have been today. Because I know Tupac would have been out. He'd have been running for president or something by now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'd have been in politics. Like, he'd have been what Shine is, but for us in America.
Yeah. True.
Shine is another one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm so happy to see how these brothers grew up. And for everyone that did grow up, you got your one that went the route that we expect them to go. But that's part of the balance of how the cards fall sometimes, you know. Mm-hmm. But the ones that are doing great things, man, it's amazing, man. Look at Scarface now. I love what Brad Jordan is.
Yeah, he's Brad. He's Brad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or what's my man from Ghetto Boys? Willie D.
Willie D.
Yeah, like they all doing good stuff, man. And I'm happy for them, man. I think that's what it should be. Everybody should grow up and do other stuff. Yeah, and you shouldn't feel obligated to. Everybody don't have to go the Jay-Z and the 50 Cent route to be successful. You don't have to keep it in the entertainment business. You can go branch off into media. You can branch off into selling product like Master P. You can do all these other things. And it's fantastic, you know. So I'm glad that they're going so many different routes. I'm glad that Beanie Sigel got a food truck to show you can do more than just the entertainment.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, getting into fashion and stuff like that.
You don't
Like,
have to just do that. You can be a
Yeah.
Nas and just be an investor quietly into some of the biggest companies in America right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
I'm very proud of them guys, man, and what they do.
Yeah. So like what I'm hoping it does is allow it to be a testament to the youth that it's okay to grow up. It's okay to grow up. Because I think sometimes, like especially as popular culture is kind of like getting extended as far as age goes now, like it was a cutoff age at some point for, you know what I'm saying, like entertainment and popularity. Now longevity, just like in sports, you got people who are playing later in age now. You got people who are performing in entertaining at later ages. You know what I'm saying? Like especially this, like when a rapper got considered old. Like if you go to Rakim, let's just say Rakim for example, or even LL Cool J, when we felt like he got too old to rap. Now looking at it, now being 40, almost 41, these people when they stopped entertaining, they weren't that old.
They had a whole
When
lot left in
Rakim
the tank,
got
probably.
pushed off to the side, like, okay, you're an old rapper now. Rakim, in hindsight, he wasn't that old when he stopped rapping.
Rakim won't, but about maybe 5 years older than his peers. You know what I'm saying? He just started early. But
Early. Yeah. It's like your NBA players and they stopped playing ball when they were 34.
yeah,
But now people are hitting their stride at 34
right.
in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so it's a good thing to see. Okay, it's okay to transition at some point, and for the youth to see, hey, look, I don't have to stay in this realm. It's okay to grow. It's okay to grow up. It's okay to mature. It's okay to get into different industries. It's okay to expand my thought process of how to be successful. That it's just not all about shine and entertaining.
Right.
And I can do it a different kind of way, like you mentioned.
Well, I tell you this. I say Gen Z rap group, that group of rappers, they're doing a better job at it, but I think they're doing it because there's no money in music for them right now.
That too. Good point.
I don't like that our age group, the millennial bracket, isn't doing as well with the transition. I feel like your J. Cole's and your Kendricks and your Drakes should be kind of transitioning a little bit more. And they seem to be music is still their bread and butter, and that's fine.
I think Drake does it better now than anybody else, though. I think he does.
Yeah,
I think he has his hands in other industries. But as far as like
in there, from what I've heard, but he's very quiet at this point.
Yeah, it should be publicized a little bit more. It should be put out on display a little more. So
for inspiration purposes, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily for bragging rights, because we know you got it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, for understanding and learning, like you said, inspiration that it can be done different ways.
Right. But let me ask you this, and I know we're getting close to reviews, but let me ask you this. So you mentioned like Cam, and then you compared him to Jewels, which puts me in the thought of why do the top rappers seem to be the ones who made it more so than the ones they put on? The ones they put on don't seem to make it. So is this a sign that the cream rises to the top, or is this just that, you know, the top dudes got favor that the other guys didn't? Because if you look at it, 50 Cent is doing fantastic. Every member of that crew was platinum. So they, in reality, should have been big enough to transition and other stuff, but they didn't. So does that mean there's a reason 50 made it versus the other guys making it? Or does that just...
I think it's a combination of both. Like you said, cream rises to the top. They were put in position to put other people on because they were that cream that rose to the top in that aspect.
Yeah.
And it's just the fact that they already had a certain thing about them, not necessarily just their popularity or their access to certain doors, but whatever got them to that point to be able to put other people on, they just continued on doing what they were doing to go to another place. Right. Now, I'm not saying that those people that they put on couldn't have had it within them, but it's the fact that they weren't brought into because like 50 Cent was brought on at some point. Right. He was put on. Right. But at the same time, he was able to put other people on, but then keep going, just like a Marshall Mathers continued to keep going and Dr. Dre kept going, and they were the ones who were putting people on. But it's just the fact that they had that thing within them to put them in a position to put people on. They just never stopped, and they just kept going. Nope. if Lloyd Banks would have got to a mindset of let me put people on and started the thing on his own, then maybe he would have possessed that thing within him to keep him going to something else.
Right.
It's individual basis, like you said, that crime rises to the top. But then also when you have that acumen, you just utilize it to your advantage now. Yeah. You know how to do it. And you have access to those doors because of the acumen that got you in a position to be able to put other people on.
I get that. Like going back to the diplomats example, Jimmy went on to probably be maybe the biggest name in that group. Jones is still a thing, but he ain't where Cam is today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because Cam was the leader, so maybe Cam has that acumen to, I'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
He'll figure it out.
Jimmy got it too.
Because Jimmy was like right here, right? But Cam had a little bit more oomph, and then also the business knowledge of sitting in the offices to take that information and taking it somewhere else now.
Yeah.
He understood business better.
Yeah. Yeah. And even though his music peak ended quicker than Jimmy's ended, he still had that thing to be able to pivot.
I think Jimmy became probably just slightly more popular at one point. Like saying like like in the 2010s or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That people would put on Jimmy before they put on Cam.
Yeah.
But then Cam still had that
he was foundation. On TV, on Love and Hip Hop. He was on social media being active. Jimmy's active. Like he's not non-existent, but he ain't Cam, like for some reason.
He just didn't have that acumen like Cam has.
Yeah.
So he was able to utilize that to put himself into another situation that was just going to make him just that much better, that much more marketable, that much more capable.
Yeah.
So it's just cream rises to the top, and it's going to keep rising. Like, not saying that Jimmy didn't possess something to keep him afloat, but as far as pushing you to the top, you got to possess that thing, man.
Hey, man, last question. You think Dame Dash will ever get another run? I cheer Dame on. I always cheer for Dame since the breakup. I feel like Dame's been really badly blackballed, and he keeps trying. I feel like he's one opportunity away, and I think he'll get it one day. But
and I don't think it has to be in music. Maybe more film. But but I definitely think, and I saw an interview with him not too long ago, especially after the whole Diddy thing happened, and then Jay-Z's name been brought up, and they was asking him a bunch of questions about how he felt, and it's like, people are seeing kind of why he's been put in the situation where he's been put in, and it's not being able to be as active as he could or should be, and not be held in the same position as he should be looked at or held in because of what he's done and who he is as Dame Dash. Dude was a freaking monster when it came to business and making moves in the late 90s, early 2000s, all the way up to the 2010s and whatnot.
Yeah.
For him to be pushed off to the side like he's been pushed off is kind of leery. It's got to be iffy situation about it. Yeah. So now looking back, it's like I'm hearing Jay-Z's name being brought up in certain things. Like now people might start seeing why. And it's like, and to him, it's like it's making sense to him. He said it out of his head too.
Yeah, he said, I didn't get opportunities that these other guys got. Now that all this stuff is coming out, like
that came out of his own mouth.
Yeah.
So now that things are kind of coming to light and things are happening, maybe he might get another run. He definitely deserves it. He definitely deserves it, in my opinion. Now, was his approach on everything that he's done, was it right, or the way that maybe I would approach it, or want somebody to approach me with how they handle business? Probably not. You can sharpen that up. He can definitely sharpen that up.
Yeah.
But he definitely deserves another run, and I think he will.
But he's Kanye. They the same dude. They the same approach. If Kanye can keep going, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Dame.
I heard Kanye say something that
artistically, but you know, it's the same guy.
Yeah, pretty much almost the same type of approach. And I heard Kanye say this one thing before we get out of here and going on to these reviews. He said, what did he say? It's like somewhere along the lines of,
he chose Jay.
I might not be. No. It was a quote. He said, like, I might not be right now, but I'm right now.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, people don't see what I'm saying, but I'm right, but I'm not right now, but I'm right now. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So,
I get it.
and I think Dame Dash is in that same type of position as far as, man, Dame might have been on the right side of things. And that's
Yeah.
why he's put to the side, or that's why people are making Kanye look crazy, because he's right, but he's just not right now.
Dope. I agree. All right, man. You want me to go first?
I'm gonna go first
Okay.
because we're gonna say this Monte Cristo for the finale. I need a drum roll for that bad boy. But so I'll go ahead. Where we at? Where we at? I got the what am I smoking again? Michelangelo, El Settimo, the Sacred Collection, Sacred Arts Collection. I have Sacred Collection, but Sacred Arts Collection. So to start off, really smooth, but really leathery. Oily finish, which is welcome. It's not too oily, and then not too leathery. The leather was strong, but not overly done. Wasn't Gurkha level leather.
Yeah.
A little bit of licorice in the beginning too. I think that licorice kind of is like an undertone. As I mentioned, like the leather kind of dialed out and the oak kind of came in, but like some kind of black licorice that kind of went all the way through. That kind of, I guess, lingered from maybe the leather is what I'm assuming. Nothing in the way of like nuttiness or like that pecan type of deal that I usually like to find that goes along with the oak, but it's good solid oak. Really smooth smoke, no peppers at all. I was hoping to get a little bit of peppery, but I didn't get any pepper. Not that I found, not yet at this point where I'm at. But overall, a good smoke. And if this is the entry level, which I'm assuming it is, entry level for the Sacred Arts Collection, I'd say it's a good start. So if you're gonna jump into the Sacred Arts Collection at the lower price points, this is a good point to start. And I can only imagine that if this is the lower, that if things go the way they're supposed to go when we talk about price points and smoking good, right? Smoking quality. I'm assuming that the Sacred Arts Collection gets even better. Even better. So I say this is a great start, solid smoke. If you're not into leather, you might not like it, but it's not overdone. So don't be afraid to approach it with the leather going through and through. But good smoke. To rate it over 5 out of 5, I'm gonna slide it under a 4. It's gonna be under a 4. Or we're gonna go 3.8.
Okay.
3.8 for Michelangelo.
It's a good score. Good score. All right. So for me this week, I have the Monte Cristo Spada Oscuro, made by Placencia's tobacco leaves. So with that being said, I've already kind of hinted towards my feelings on this cigar. I will say this cigar, I'll just come out flat out and just say this. This stick for me is a mix. I'll hold off on that, matter of fact. I'm gonna hold off on that.
Okay.
For me,
Locked in.
started out very strong, had spice in it, the pepper spice in it. That kind of eased down a little bit, stayed within the stick pretty much primarily throughout most of it at this point that I've gotten to. I'm about halfway done with this stick at this point in time. It's got some cedar notes I picked up on it. It's got a lot of earthy, woody notes that I picked up on it. I mentioned earlier your typical tobacco. Everything's been EQ'd very well within it. There's a very subtle sweetness that kind of hits in there. It's a creamy stick, a little bit of nuttiness that you pick up on this. You mentioned leather within your cigar. There is some leather tones within this that I pick up on. Everything blended very, very well. Very well. The tobacco notes that I picked up on give a very Placencia tasting tobacco to it. You know that you're smoking something with a Placencia influence on it.
Mm-hmm.
This stick is very rich, full body. Everything comes through rich and well. Good notes, good, strong, obvious notes. I feel like I have just got a cigar that combines the Coseca with the Fuego. So if I had to describe this stick, I would say the Coseca and the Fuego is what this is. Combination of the two. I enjoy the draw in this cigar, and I also have only one gripe about it, and I would say I did have to kind of relight it a few times, which I felt like I had sometimes you can feel like there's like a big stem or something inside the middle of it. I feel like I might have had something like that. I don't know, but I felt like I needed to relight a few times. Not because it died on me, but it just didn't feel like it was all the way there. And maybe I was just puffing too much. I don't know. But that's my only nod to it. I mean, my only knock against it. I would have went 4-4 without that. I go 4-3 without because of it. But initially I wanted to go 4-4 on it. But anyway, that's my grade for the not the Placencia, the Monte Cristo Espada Oscura. That's
man.
4.3.
Hey, 4.